Now, I'm sure you've all seen the recent reports about the group of white scumbags up in Scotland that just got life in prison for some of the sickest crimes known to mankind, who I'm sure you'd all agree should be swinging, not sitting in a prison cell. But this story's got the rabid left and his diverse lapdogs exposing themselves as not only dumb as a brick, but also desperate to deflect from diversity not being a strength.
Far right.
This I've seen about 15 large accounts try and pull by claiming the riot are quiet on these ones. Clearly missing the fact that this bunch of scumbags wasn't covered up by the state, the victims wasn't blamed for what happened to them, and the parents didn't get arrested for trying to save their daughters, did they? But probably funniest of all is the fact that it proves what many of us have said for years, because by sharing this article showing an all-white gang getting life in prison, they show that diverse gangs seem to get special treatment and shorter sentences. Because remember, the Rochdale gang leader did like 5 years in prison before he was released and still walks around the same town he committed his crimes in, right next to the victims of it. When, like these white scumbags in Scotland, he deserves capital punishment, but just deporting him would do since he was stripped of his right to be here years ago, wasn't he?
Far right.
Pandemic.
So the fact these idiots on Twitter and other platforms fail to see how it proves us right does actually make me laugh. Of course, they're completely ignoring the fact that we take as much issue with the state hiding any of these crimes as we do with the scumbags doing it. In fact, I consider British civil servants paid for by the public turning a blind eye to this sort of shit to be lower than the scumbags themselves. Scumbags you expect to be scumbags, as I've said before, but you don't expect it from the state, or at least you shouldn't. These days we fully expect the state to feed us to the wolves, especially if it will further their multicultural kumbaya fantasyland bollocks.
Pandemic.